Good evening, my dear children. Today is math class, right? So, today we will study about a new topic. Okay, so today we will study about real numbers. Okay, what real number is. But this presentation consists of real and complex numbers. But since due to the restricted size of this video, we will just discuss only real numbers, not the complex numbers. Now, my children, we all know, right, what numbers are. You have studied in, probably I'm assuming, in kindergarten. Am I right or not? So, for example, what are numbers? Numbers are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It goes on like this. I think you all know. You have studied, right? But out of those numbers have some parts. Some specific numbers are called something, and some specific numbers are called something else. So we will study that today. So as you can see, real numbers presented by Shubham Dutta, that is me. So let's start. Now, what are real numbers? So as you can see, real numbers are numbers basically we use every day in our life. Okay, so they are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It can be 0 or it can be negative like -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So these are the real numbers. Okay, now in real numbers there are some parts. Okay, so what are those parts? Those parts are whole numbers, fractions, decimals, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, natural numbers. So today we are going to discuss all about that. Okay, so first let's start with a rational number. So what is a rational number? Now, before getting into rational number, we will know about fraction. What is fraction? So fraction is where there is a number on the top. Okay, as you can see on your screen, there is a number on the top and we have a line like this, and another number is below. Now this line is not a line. This line is the line of division. Okay, this line is a division line. So this is a fraction. Okay, so what is a rational number? So it says a rational number is any number that can be written as a fraction where both numerator means, okay, so what is numerator? It means the top number, the number which is above the division line. As you can see on your screen, we have 35 and 4, right? Then we have the division line, right? So on the top we have 35. So 35 is the numerator and we have 4, right? So 4 is called the denominator because it's below the division line. Okay, so it can be written as a fraction, right? And these are integers. Now what are integers? We will come to that later. And the denominator is not equal to 0, means the number which is below the division line cannot be 0. If it's 0, then it's not a rational number. It cannot be 0. Okay, so this is about rational number. It's like a fraction. You can say it's a fraction also. Okay, so what are the examples? examples are like 1 divided by 2, then we have 2 divided by 5, 6 divided by 8. Okay, so these are some examples of rational number under the real number system. Okay, now let's go to irrational number. So you see, we studied rational, right? But now id, we just add ir, so it becomes irrational. So what is an irrational number? Basically, it's also a real number, right? Because we are studying real number and it's part of the real number. So it's an real number and it cannot be expressed as a ratio. Okay, it means it cannot be expressed in like a rational number. It can be expressed in point. I hope you know what point is, right? In point form, like 0.20, 0.58, 0.60, 0.91, or it can be expressed as you can see here the examples, root 8, root 1.6, right? Big pi. Okay, so this is what irrational number is. Okay, so let's recap again. So it says we cannot express any irrational number in the form of a ratio, such as p by q. Now p and q are numbers, you can say. So it cannot be expressed as rational numbers. It can only be expressed as point form or like root 8, root 2, root 1.6. Okay, so these are irrational numbers. Okay, so I hope you understood this. So now integers. What are integers? So basically it's a set of numbers, right? So it says it's a set of numbers, that is positive numbers, negative numbers, but it has no decimal or fractional components. Means it can be negative, like -1, -2, -3, -4. It can be non-negative or positive. It's same. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It can be 0, but it cannot be decimal, like 0.2, 1.6, 0.91 cannot be. Or it cannot be fraction, like 2 by 2 divided by 5, 6 divided by 11 cannot be. It can only be negative numbers, positive numbers and 0. It cannot be fractions and cannot be decimal numbers. So these are called integers. Okay, so I hope you understood what I mean by integers. So now let's move on. Whole numbers. So what are whole numbers? It says basically whole numbers is a set of non-negative numbers. Means these numbers cannot be negative. -1, -2, -3 cannot be. These are not whole numbers. Whole numbers are only positive. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you can see here on your screen, it cannot be negative. So these are whole numbers. Okay, because I think whole number is the easiest number to understand, I think. So again I say whole numbers is a set of non-negative numbers. Means there are no negative numbers in this set, only positive numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes on. Okay, so I hope you understood about whole numbers. Now what are natural numbers is also same. It's are also like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and it includes 0 also. Okay, So it is like basically you can say it's also whole numbers. Okay, natural numbers. So that's all about real numbers. Okay, so if you have any questions you can ask me. So I am ready to answer you all of your questions one by one. So that's all for today. We don't have much time, so we cannot discuss the complex numbers. So but we will discuss it on another day. So that's all for today, my students. So go home, eat well and study. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Okay, bye. Thank you.